be ashamed of yourselves. You're supporting a genocide warmonger.
If you are my follower and you are supporting Nikki Haley, you must be insane.
But I think it's important that all of that come out now so that we're not dealing with it later. I think he's hoping it comes out later so that he can make it all go away. Yeah. But either way, we've got a problem on our hands. I mean, chaos follows Donald Trump wherever he goes. We continue to see this play out. And we can't be a country in disarray and a world on fire and go through 4 more years of chaos. We won't survive it.
How much of a priority do you think it should be for these cases to get resolved before November, regardless or not?
I just think they need to do things quickly. Yeah. If it's hearing a case, do it quickly. If it's an appeal, do it quickly.
Nikki Haley is praying for Trump to go down so she can take over. She does not need to win. She doesn't even care about winning. She's praying that Trump should go down. A question surfaced to her, partaking to this. Her response tells you everything you need to know.
What was your reaction to learning that the Supreme Court is going to take up the immunity case in the January 6th trial?
I mean, I think you need to have the Supreme Court settle this. I don't think that a president should be immune from anything. I think that the president has to live under laws too. And he's asking for things that no other president's ever asked for. So I hope the Supreme Court rules quickly, and I hope they make their decision, but I think that they do have to give an answer on this.
When you say you hope the Supreme Court rules quickly, do you mean that you would like to see this case go to trial before Election Day if Trump is the nominee so that voters know the outcome of this case?
I think voters are going to want to know what they're walking into. And if they're walking into a president who's still going to have to be in court, or if they're walking into a presidency where he can get rid of a court case, voters are going to want to know that. And so I think that that's the part the Supreme Court needs to spell out is, okay, when are you going to give this verdict? What does that mean for people who have voted? And are they going to have full answers before the general election? That's going to be key. But this isn't just about Trump. I would want this for Biden. I would want it for Clinton. I want it for Trump. This should be for any president. We need to make sure that no president ever thinks they're above the law.
You should understand. I've been putting out videos for a very long time, being neutral in several occasions because I thought it's a Republican Party. I've never been too biased, in reporting this. When I look at what Nikki Haley is doing, it's irritating me. It is crazy. This same person can stand and kill someone or send people to take away someone's life just to take over a position. That is Nikki Haley's aim. That something bad should happen to Trump at this point. I don't know if you have not noticed it. It is crazy to me. She made it clear, if I'm not the president, if I'm not running, Kamala Harris will be. It therefore means Nikki Haley is seeing something we are not seeing. Because everybody dropped out. She knows she cannot win. She does not care about winning. The only thing embedded in her is seeing Trump being arrested. That is all Nikki Haley cares about. Then you will still stand there telling me you want to support her. What kind of person is that?
The primary's tough for her so far. Donald Trump's won all the races that they've been in so far. What do you think about how the race is going?
Well, I don't think supporting Nikki Haley at this point is about her chances to win. I think it's just showing the Republican Party that, we need an alternative to Trump.
Yeah. What do you think about Trump kind of being in control of the party, getting overwhelming support, overwhelming endorsements? I think even the people from Nikki Haley's state were endorsing Trump. What do you think about Trump's control of the party?
Thank you. I'm not appalled by his control of the party. I understand that there are people who really support him, but I also love that there's an alternative, and I'm grateful for Nikki Haley for staying in the race to give people an alternative.
If Donald Trump were the eventual Republican nominee, would you see yourself supporting him?
I could never support someone that was convicted of assault as a woman.
Wow. So there's nothing Trump could do at this point?
There's nothing Trump could do. I'd rather not vote than to cast a vote for someone who's convicted of rape.
Does that mean Joe Biden? I guess he has allegations against him as well, or?
I think Joe Biden's also horrible. I'd love to say none of the above, but at this point, I'm just here hopeful that there's another alternative to both candidates.
Sure, I think RFK, but it really is between Trump and Biden. If you abstain, it's kind of like a protest vote. So, I mean, I guess it's fair to say you're dissatisfied with both your options.
I think the entire country is dissatisfied with both their options.
So we're out here in Virginia, and Nikki Haley just finished giving a rally. Can you tell me a little bit more about why you decided to come out?
Well, we're trying to make sure Trump doesn't make it to be a president again. So the country can't afford it, and it's too risky, and we were trying to stop it.
Absolutely. I know we're a few races deep into this primary, and Trump's been dominating. What do you make of where the Republican grassroots and party is at right now?
Well, when you say dominating, he's only getting 60% of the Republican vote. That means 40% even of the Republicans are voting against him. So there's no way he can win in the November election if you lose 40% of your own party. And a lot of these people, if you look at even the Michigan vote recently, there are people who are voting for people who have dropped out, like all kinds of people. Yeah. So that means they're all never Trumpers.
Yeah. So let me ask, many in the media have written off Nikki Haley in this primary, but you have yet to.
Well, it's not a question of making whether Nikki wins or not. We are trying to make a statement because we don't want Trump to be the face of our party.
Absolutely. Let's say if Donald Trump was the eventual nominee of the Republican Party and he were to go against Biden in 2024.
Yes, I believe you've seen Nikki Haley's supporters. This lady said, I cannot vote for someone that is convicted. This man said, we don't just want to see Trump being there. We are just there to disturb Trump. That is what this guy said. That is their aim. It is crazy, right? When you look at what has been happening, with Trump and looking through the mirror, you can see clearly without any person telling you anything. I'm not so into politics, like really deep into it recent. Sometimes I just want to report videos partially without actually going into it because I get a lot of sentiment. Trump is convicted over something that happened about 30 years ago. I don't even know. And this lady comes telling us I cannot vote for Trump because of that, and goes deep to say some ridiculous things. That is a doctrine Nikki Haley is passing out to these people. Taking a look at this man, it clearly tells you he is insane. He is not even man enough. He does not understand the Lord. If you are telling me you are supporting someone without actually bringing me real goals while you are supporting him, then you are crazy. Because the reason this guy is trying to outline here does not match up to what I expected to hear from him. That is not enough reasons, right? They know Nikki Haley cannot defeat Trump in any way. So proceed. Reason when Nikki Haley says, I'm not dropping out, instead people like this will clap. It is high time Republican Party realized that a Democrat is running against Trump, not a Republican. That is just the truth, what I realized based on things I cannot say on the...
I felt that most Americans in whose name all of this is being done don't really know what's happening.
And we're stepping up in every way we can because we know that Russia must win this war. That Ukraine must win this war.
Ukraine will join NATO.
Truckers, long-haul truckers specifically.
Hell yeah, truckers.
Truckers, do you actually think you're irreplaceable?
Legal immigration are okay.
And divided by class.
Are you sure?
Watch it.
Water there. I hate my job.